I'm going to be doing a quick market overview on Bitcoin and a few altcoins where I think we are headed, some potential scenarios that we could be looking at over the next few weeks and significantly far into the future. But I will keep it relatively quick and just give you my overall thoughts reasonably in depth, just so you guys know where my head is at. So I'll just start with Bitcoin here. I think this here is done. This 1, 2, 3 here finished, and then we are looking for a clean 5 wave up followed by 3, then to complete a 3 and then complete a 5. So that would look very simply something like this. 3, probably be bigger than that. 3, 4, 5, up into the region of around $250,000 per BTC. Why? Because I personally think this is an extended 5th wave because we haven't met like cumulative returns over the time period. So I personally think this here, which says 5, is just a 1 of 5, which would make a lot of sense. I'm not going to go too in depth, but it would make a lot of sense if that was the case. Another alternative is a bearish scenario, which is this is done and this is going to be some sort of correction like that. But I'm not going to go too in depth in that because I think we are going to go up on BTC over the next few weeks and the next few days. The problem I have at the moment is this is channeling this move right here. It's not the cleanest, but we'll work with it. We're looking for potentially a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 followed by a 3-wave move. We have a potential for a 1 here, so that could be your 1 and that could be your 2. However, that is extremely shallow, so I'm not sure where this 5 is going to terminate, but we shall see. If this 5 has terminated, we can expect this move here to be the start of our 3-wave move to the upside. Wave 3 to the upside here, like so. We have a potential leading diagonal here on our hands, which could mark our 1 of 5 for the 3. Other alternatives is this could be some kind of larger correction. I don't really know how that would work, but we could see. Just chuck on my AOIs really quickly. So yeah, these are my AOIs for longs. With Bitcoin, it's not that difficult. High time frame. Come down, take these lows, reverse. Probably take a long off that. Come down here, possibly. I don't really have much here, but more likely you're gonna test this area. So like I guess we've got yearly open, weekly open. Probably a demand level on the medium time frame, so that would be a good long. But also if it starts getting down here and closing there, then I would be a bit more bearish. You don't want to see that level lost. It's a massive chunk of volume, so it shouldn't lose that level. Yeah, medium time frame, all the time frames are pointing up, so I think we're still going to be bullish, to be honest. Like, you don't really need to get too complex. Like, it's just going up and it's probably going to continue to go up. So yeah, this is the main scenario I'm looking at. There aren't too many other scenarios, to be honest. I would go through more, but I don't think there are that many likely scenarios. We've invalidated a lot of them on this move up. We've now got the diagonal, which means we're probably going to go up. For altcoins as well, I actually get up Bitcoin dominance as well. I'll show you guys. For BTC dominance, we could just, it would be like, I think this is the most probable, to be honest. We come up into that 74% region, which would be pretty bad for alts. But if you look at it from, if Bitcoin was to go up, I don't think that'd be too impacted, but it's not going to be amazing for alts. However, this would create a 1, right? As I've said, this would just be a 1, and then you're looking for a 2. I don't think we'll get to that deep. We'll probably go to like 50%-ish, which will allow a few altcoins to run pretty hard, such as the ones I've mentioned. LTC, Rune, some others, XRP, but not many will run or go to all-time high. But a select few will, such as Link, LTC. Yeah, there's loads of good options. Another account for BTC.D is that this is topped, but It doesn't seem likely to me at this time, just based off what I'm looking at, that you could have your 5 up here or here, and that could be a correction, but I don't think that's the case. To be honest, you want to see a sharp correction down. This doesn't look that sharp at the moment, but it could be wrong. But yeah, that's Bitcoin dominance. My favorite altcoins obviously is going to be LTC. If I put down hourly, yeah, it's pretty clean structure. It looks like it's going to point up. We've got all this set up here, guys. Like, everything looks, if it's going to go up, it's going to go up very, very soon, and I think it's going to be a pretty big move up. LTC, you can target for this, if this is a nested, realistically, probably as a first target 140, and then you can just zoom out. You're probably going to go to all-time high, so 249. I think this runs to 800 minimum. For lower, basically here, loses that, I'm out. It's not going to look pretty. Link, another actually great one. I actually got a really nice inch on this one here. Targets, yeah, 26 is a minimum, and then you're looking for $100 plus, in my opinion. BCH is another one that looks absolutely phenomenal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clearly, and then you've got 3. I'd like this here, but yeah, targets again, all-time high at $1,000. And these are conservative price targets. Like, these look exceptional for us. Same with XRP. I would say $10 minimum. Lower, you lose that, and I'd call it a day. I wouldn't long that anymore. If it starts losing that, I'd get bearish, because it would look like shit if it did that. But yeah, XRP looks good at the moment. If we can just, we might have a protected low here, and we could just shad candle out of here. We're coming up to a nice area which we could rocket out of, 1.618. I think it says. Same with ADA. Same with all these coins. They're at crucial POIs right now for higher. Start bleeding down, and it's gonna look shit. You want higher. You want to see higher. You want to see clean moves. This looks done. Tapped into my AOI, and we're off to the races. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the market overview. I'm very bullish on a lot of coins for good reason. And if the market is going to move, it's going to move very soon. Very, very soon. I mean, Trump, for example, we got a nice reaction off the AOI as well. Currently, I don't know, 3-4 hour in profit. It's just sending. So I think we get some good delivery over the next few weeks. I'm bullish on all these coins. I don't really need to update you guys too much, because it's the same thing I've been saying for weeks now. Everything looks good for higher. There's no reason to be bearish here. If you're bearish here, you're an idiot, as in the nicest way possible. You can't get bearish when everything is pointing up. But how can you be bearish on this? How could you be bearish on this? Just up. But yeah, anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Try my best to keep you updated. Just a brief market overview, kind of what I'm looking for, a bit similar to the last video where I went over some altcoins. I'm not going to live chart them, it's just my thought process at the moment with Bitcoin, and everything is pointing up, so yes, I'm very bullish. I'm going to take a quick little look at like WIF and DOGE as well, because I think those ones are quite interesting, and if they're going to run, like they've reached peak validation before they're going to run. I mean, here you've got a stupidly extended correction, but it looks done. WXYZ, which is very rare, and you've got 5.618 as well in time. You've bounced off that POC here. You've got low time frame potential impulse here. You're just looking for pullbacks, and you're gonna long that, and you're gonna moon. Hopefully, you're just gonna send basically. I mean, if this is a 3 and I'm correct, you're probably looking somewhere in the region up here before any kind of pullback. Maybe you get one low time frame if it's the correct count, but all these alts just look, they look good to send. Doge as well, I was looking at earlier, which also looks quite good. But I had to chart it on this one. I couldn't do it on the others because I didn't have the full history. But let me get out the daily. Yeah, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a 3. You have a 1 here, like a complete 1, and then you've got 2, a 3, some kind of big ass triangle here, which went on since 2021, which is completed. You've got a potential 1 completed, 1, 2, and then you've got an internal 1, 2 for a potential 3. Where can you target? Your minimum all-time high. probably more around the $1.52 region, which I would say that is quite likely to happen. And then before any kind of significant pullback, like, it all looks like all the setups are there. You know, I don't know how you could get more bullish setups. I just think it's a ticking time bomb, I guess, before we just start absolutely sending. LTC, I'm gonna go over this one again just because it is quite a sexual, an attractive coin. I mean, it's the same thing for LTC, right? I'm gonna do a little bit on this because I am quite bullish on this one. But you potentially have, okay, you could say here, right? 1, 2, 3, and then a 4, and then a 5, or you could say something like 5, 3, 5 for an A, B, and a C. Let's say in this case it is an ABC. You have, this is why I'm bullish on it. From here, December 2017 to 2025, like 7 or 8 years of reaccumulation in this massive tightening triangle, which has completed. And then we've got a delivery off our lows. I have a long, literally from $64 here, which was a ridiculous entry. But yeah, I got tilted and closed it on Chroma because I lost like 3 in a row, so that was kind of stupid. But yeah, I still hold this one. But we have a crazy entry. We've got an LTF impulse. You're looking for, I'm gonna do it from this bit just so it's a bit more realistic. But even a 1-to-1 from where this completes. Actually, okay, maybe not, but a 0.618 for a C. $1,100 per LTC. Even if you take a position from here, if I'm correct, and you have a protected low, you're putting your stop there. You're targeting here. That's 32 up, which from where we are right now. And if you look at Bitcoin, for example, if altcoins are your thing, I would definitely start taking a look. From here, maybe you get 2x, but like coins like LTC, it's gone, but coins like LTC, 32 up from where we are now. If you choose coins like Altcoin, which is, this is a disgusting one by the way, but like, where are you targeting? Realistically, you're gonna have to have your stop all the way down here. And how high do you really think LTC can actually go? If you put it on log, like, you've already got this completed one, maybe you get a 1-2, but the risk to reward is so much better on coins which have been reaccumulating for so many years over Altcoin, which, you know, it came out a year ago. It's had no time to actually consolidate, no time to build any structure. So that's why I'm bullish on these kind of coins, and I choose them, the Dino coins, I guess, over shit like Altcoin and virtuals, because yeah, I mean, you could argue price discovery, but then what's to say that these ones don't just pull an absolute jag candle? Plus you've got that consolidation base, years of accumulation. These are just vaporware, they have nothing. And all crypto is vaporware, but at least something like this, you know, it's got actual team, I guess. But yeah, that's my thoughts on LTC, why I'm so bullish on it, and I believe you should be too. But yeah, we have an easy invalidation. If we're wrong, we lose that low, we close it, simple. We lose an arm, maybe less. Where's your invalidation on this one? All the way down here as well. If you guys want me to do a deep dive in one of your altcoins for the next video, like I did with Trump, or just, yeah, if you guys have any video suggestions, I'll be more than happy to do them.